A race car flight, but it ain't a car. It's a super fast tortoise going the speed of light, breaking all the
Even in space, a group of tortoises is called a creep. Welcome to Super Fast Tortoise. Hit that subscribe button. Become a part of the creep.
Too much to take, so it's lit. MTG3, are you game? Rise, creep, rise, building the following as we game. Spitting fire like a dragon, no one can bring us down. MTG3 in the house, we own this town. Ripping through the beats with a fury.
Hello, good morning. Well, it's not really morning, but good afternoon, good evening. Hello, welcome to the Super Fast Tortoise Show. Whoa. Good morning. Well, good morning. Good morning. Ah, man, my brain wants to think it's morning. It is late at night. I haven't been able to go live really much for the last 2 weeks, but now I am back, my friends. I got friends that could possibly join throughout the show, but we're chilling, we're chatting, we're rocking it out, having a good time. Excuse me. We're rocking it out. Rock out. What's up? Ah, my friends, it is so wonderful to be here on the live to chat with you because you rock, you rule, you know all the things to do. If you're going to hang out with us, hit that like button. Yes. It is amazing. I got rockapella stuck in my head. Because, like, where in the world is Carmen Sandiego? That's the song stuck in my head. If you remember that show, you're probably old, just like me. It's a good old time. I hope you guys got some coffee. If you got some coffee, drink some coffee. If you got some soda, drink some soda. If you got some water, drink some water. Whatever your libation is, your libation of choice. Hope you're enjoying it. Want to thank you for stopping by. But yeah, what to talk about? It is amazing, my friends. Ooh-wee. I'm here. So it's been a whole bunch of weeks, a whole bunch of time. Like, so busy, so crazy. We've moved 2 houses into one. In 2 days, mainly, we moved all the heavy stuff. 4 days for the light stuff. Man, constant, lots of work, unpacking, organizing, all that great stuff. We did a lot. Lone Wolf! Hello! Howdy! Hey, Prima Killer. Like it, love it. Nice name. Kind of gives me a Turok kind of vibe, if you know what I mean. Whoop. Hold on. Hey, Rayman, what's up?
Hey, Dort. How's it going, buddy?
Doing pretty good. I hope you're having a wonderful time today.
It's not too bad.
Not too bad. I'm finally home, finally settled. Oh, that was crazy. But yeah, like what you call it? You were here. You were here the last 2 shows we had. We were in the middle of we were in the middle of unpacking and organizing, and right after that we had to go dog sitting, and today was the roughest day of dog sitting. It was crazy. Oh, now I'm home. Everything's done. I don't have to do anything.
Nice.
Right now, I'm like I needed to go live. I've had the itch to go live and chat, hang out with friends because I miss you guys. I miss the stability of what we have in the mornings. Oh, I hope you're enjoying a good drink. What you drinking tonight?
I'm just drinking apple flavored water.
Is it like one of those flavored drinks?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that's good. That's good. Well, sometimes when people like say apple flavored water, they actually make like those infusion drinks where they like put fruit in a container and they let it
Oh
sit
no,
for like a couple hours in the fridge.
no, this is just like something from Walmart
Hey,
because it doesn't have any sugar in it. So
we tried something new. We tried something new. I don't know if you tried it. It tastes like what you think lotion would taste like.
no, okay.
It was coconut flavored Dr. Pepper.
Nope, I'll pass.
Fuzzy Falcon. Whoa, whoa. Hey, how's it going, Fuzzy Falcon? New icon. That's a nice looking icon. Check it out. Well, I don't know if it's nice. I'm thinking of someone else. Sorry. I know who you are, Fuzzy Falcon. My brain is stuttering. But hey, Fuzzy Falcon. But yeah, so yeah, if you like coconut, you might like it, but like
I'd tolerate it.
right. I think that's how you take the drink is you tolerate the coconut. Now, I don't mind coconut flavored like desserts, but it is drinks. Ooh, some weird comments coming in.
Yeah, I saw that too.
Oh, but yeah. But anyways, so the Dr. Pepper wouldn't taste so bad if it didn't have like there's like I don't know how to explain the consistency of the coconut and the thickness of the flavor.
Oh,
That it like my wife tried it and she's like, this tastes like she said it tastes like what lotion would taste like. And that's how she said it. I'm like, that's a pretty good way to explain it. I mean, it's like how I tell people what liver tastes like to me. I'm like, liver tastes like exactly the function it does in the body. Like when you eat liver, I'm like, I can't
yeah,
stand it. That's how you imagine. You never eaten that stuff,
right.
but yeah, that's how liver tastes to me. I'm like, er. But some people love liver. I don't understand the palates, but like my wife likes liver. I like black licorice. I think black licorice is more tolerable.
Fair enough.
Hmm. You had a busy day today?
Yeah, mom's caregiver left early, so I was over there from after 11 until like a half hour ago.
Right. Well, that's pretty awesome that you're a stand-up dude like that. I mean,
Yeah,
if
doing
my
okay.
mom's ever in that position, like my dad was once, just like him, I hope I can, stand up and do the stuff that I can do to help out. Fuzzy Falcon's like, ew, liver. Eggs are nasty too.
Oh, I guess.
Eh, eggs are good. I like eggs. Like, not everybody likes eggs. Like, some eggs, like, it's crazy. They're kind of like a potato. Not the flavor, but the functionality of an egg. Or functionality of a potato. Tom Mitchell, hello, happy Tuesday. Welcome back. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Hey, Billy, what's up?
Oh, Tom.
What's up?
What's up?
What's up,
So,
Hillbilly?
so to continue with the egg comment. See, potatoes, make potato chips. They make fries. They make mashed potatoes. They make au gratin potatoes. There's different textures that come out from potatoes, and they even make vodka, right?
If they do,
Eggs,
yes.
if you scramble them, have a different texture than what they are over easy. They're a little bit different, but kind of the same as over easy when you poach them. But if you whisk them, they turn to a different consistency for dessert. Eggs are just a very versatile. At the ball, what's up? He says, "Hey, got to get my coffee. I'll be back." Nice. Woo. But yeah, nice to see you both here. I think the ball's gonna jump on too. I got a feeling. Yeah.
Cool.
It'll be like a late night morning show.
Yep.
But no, Mitchell, light pause equals busted.
Yeah,
Light
it does.
Light pause is good.
She's probably the best Voltron commander there is.
Even in the 99 is pretty good.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Like, like I had a light pause. Well, I have a light pause. It's in the deck. But I actually had a light pause and never knew I had a light pause because it was a special version of the card. It's had my collection for like 3 months before I realized I had a light pause.
Wow.
Yeah, she's really good.
But I know Hillbilly's excited. I learned earlier today that Hillbilly reached out to me about Marvel Heroes is going to be on Arena.
Yep.
Yeah.
They're going back and putting Spider-Man on there too.
Yep.
Which is
on
nice.
16.
Which is nice. It's going to be good. Makes me wonder what Wizards had to do to get that going. Because, like, a lot of people speculated they couldn't do it because of the Marvel card game that was out.
Yeah. I wondered about this not that long ago because I've been hearing about how the Marvel Snap is just not doing very well recently.
Yeah.
Over the last 6 to 8 months. So I wondered if maybe it would be a thing, but I thought it would be much later than this.
Right.
I was thinking the next Marvel set, not the one that comes out in I thought the one next year we get the next Soul Stone, or whatever the next stone will be, the Time Stone probably, or some nonsense.
Yeah, so my question is: are they going to get rid of the in-universe version of Spider-Man, or are those cards going to be on Arena too?
All right, here's what they want to do. That you on the Omen Path cards, they're going to give you the option of keeping the Omen Path art or the Spider-Man, or getting the Spider-Man art for the cards.
Oh, that's cool. That's a good way to do that, to give people a choice. I'm all about choice.
Choice is always good. Fuzzy Falcon says, I was a grill cook for years. Cooked a lot of eggs. Oh, yeah.
Yeah. But from now on, when the Marvel set drops, Arena will also have the Marvel cards, which is going to be awesome. And I honestly think it's a wise move in Wizards doing this finally.
Well, I think the new is a wise move to do that, but it's what they had to do that we don't know what they had to do.
Right.
I'm sure that Wizards wanted to put it on Arena. That this was not Wizards just being like, we'll skimp on a few bucks and not put it on Arena. I'm sure that this was Marvel going, I don't think so.
Yep. Right. But with the popularity of Magic growing with the universe and beyond, I think it became the smart move for Disney to allow Marvel to do that.
Correct. And not only that, Wizards didn't have the permissions to the digital rights to make the digital cards.
Right.
But no telling how they got the rights to make the digital cards.
I mean, I'm sure it was millions.
Oh, I wouldn't doubt it.
I'm sure that's what it was.
I'm going to throw my hat in the ring on this one that said Jim Henson's company helped.
Yep.
Like when they did the Bogart ballad with the Muppets that they made for Magic, and seeing the growth, because Disney, I believe, owns Jim Henson's company.
I think so.
Because it's in Disneyland and stuff. So I think that was like a foot in, and seeing the popularity of the Bogart ballad grow and reach so many people was a good opportunity. Now, I could be wrong. It was a good opportunity for them to bring in Marvel like that.
Yep.
Oh, look, we got the bolt.
All we
Woo!
need is Hillbilly saying, "Good morning." I got my coffee and I hadn't had any coffee at all today till now. Just
Nice. I'm on my 5th cup.
oh my goodness. You must be recovering from unloading stuff or something.
Well, so what I was explaining earlier is it was pretty much nonstop, especially for the wife, because she did a lot of heavy lifting when it came to unpacking and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But like we came to the point where we had to move. When we moved in 4 days, like 3 days total. Well, mainly, but 4 days total. But most of the move was done in 2 days. Then it went straight into unpacking and organizing everything. Like if I could show you the room, I would, but can't do all that. But it was all unorganizing. Then it went straight to unorganizing to dog sitting.
Oh, that's right. You did say dog sitting, didn't you?
Yeah, I was dog sitting. We were dog sitting. In fact, last night was I was all alone dog sitting because we have to stay overnight with the dogs when we dog sit because we got to, because dogs like to go potty outside when they go outside, and they like to do that at night too.
Mine has certain time to go out, and that's it.
Yeah. And so and I was there till like 5 o'clock. Oh no, like 3-4 o'clock ish today. It was crazy. It was crazy, my friends, but we did it. I'm home. I should get now. I just need to get back onto a routine, like we do with the morning show.
Yep.
The ball, you had me thinking I was someone different, but yeah, good morning, but not morning.
Oh, what the heck? It changed my picture again. Oh, you know what? It's because I'm taking advantage of this and cannibalizing the stream and sticking it on my Twitch.
And why not? Chill out.
Absolutely. More the merrier.
More the merrier. Hit that like, comment, and subscribe. Follow on Twitch.
That's right.
You know what? Like, I'm gonna give you guys a hot take. Something not a magic, but I don't like Wendy's chili.
What is wrong with you?
I know how to make it, and I don't like it.
I'm leaving.
I'll take Wendy's chili over Skyline chili any day of the week.
Yeah.
I never had Skyline chili.
Good. Save yourself. It's horrible.
Yep.
Well, so working at Chili's, working at Wendy's, like I've had their chili. It's not
wait. You work at Wendy's? You've worked at Wendy's?
Yeah, it was actually my first job I ever had.
Okay. All right. Yeah. So I'll cut you a little bit of slack then. Maybe you have some insider stuff then that the rest of us don't know about.
Well, I actually was watching a video on it too because it popped up on my feed from the Business Insider. It was a collaborative video about how they do the chili and whatnot, and they weren't wrong. Everything they did was the same stuff they did, and people love it. People love their chili.
Mm-hmm.
So it's very smart what Wendy's does, and how it was when I worked there is still how they do it today. Is like any extra meat at the end of a shift, at the end of a store, is not thrown away. It's freezer bagged and thrown in a freezer for the next day to use as chili meat.
Mm-hmm.
Any meat that's burnt, that's a little burnt, overdone, been in the heater bucket for so long, that goes in the freezer, marked with a date and freeze it.
Yep.
Now, what I understand that there are regulations on the water in restaurants, right?
Mm-hmm.
But when I worked at Chili's, we had to rinse the hamburger meat in the rinsing bucket of the dishwashing area. So like you have this big tub for dishwashing, you have this other tub on the side, in the middle is a rinsing bucket or a rinsing container, and we got a big strainer connected to the thing and rinse the meat off.
Hmm.
The water's probably purified, but ever since then, ever since I learned that, I never ate their chili. I've had their chili before, but once I learned that thing, one particular thing, I was like, I'm not eating their chili.
Okay, let me ask you a question. Will you eat the biscuits and gravy at McDonald's?
I never had biscuits and gravy at McDonald's.
Have you, Tibalt?
No, because I'm not a gravy person.
What about you, Ray, man?
Not from McDonald's. I just prefer Hardee's, and there's one right next door to it. So
Okay. Well, let me tell you how McDonald's, well, their biscuits and gravy has sausage in it, right?
Right.
yep.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Let me tell you how they make that. All right. Biscuits are come in off the truck already made. So they just pop those in, fill the oven, warm them up. Boom, the biscuits are done.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Then they make the powder. Gravy is made out of powder. Now the sausage is sausage from the past morning. Like they'll take sausage that they made this morning.
Mm-hmm.
Whatever sausage is left gets wrapped up and put in the cooler. And then the very next morning they'll take that sausage and they'll chop it up and throw it in the gravy.
Right.
And there's your sausage gravy biscuits.
Okay. Well, like I said, there's a reason why I don't do gravy. Now I know why.
Hey, we got Time Capsule. What's up? Time Capsule is doing a GoFundMe still. If Time Capsule wants to drop that GoFundMe link in chat,
Cool.
I didn't think about that when it's up to live to put the link in the thing. It's on the morning show live, but hey, if you want to do that.
Well, that's how they make the sausage biscuit gravy.
But yeah, like look, I understand a lot of restaurants stretch what they can to get that dollar in there, in their pocket and stuff, and not make so much waste. But dude, I've seen spicy chicken patties and stuff go to the waste. I've seen perfectly good salads go to waste.
Yep.
And it sucked because when I worked at Wendy's, you couldn't take extra food home. Like, so there's food at the end of the night, you had to mark it off and throw it away.
Yep.
That's a shame.
Mm-hmm.
McDonald's, they always stop making food at a certain time, and then once they stopped making that food at a certain time, it was made to order.
Right. Well, so there's a reason behind it. See, Wendy's is not evil, and they're like, they're not evil, and they're like, haha, we're just going to throw away all this food. Workers got smart with their craft, and they would cook extra things so there's extra to take home.
That's what I figured.
And when I started there, they made the change. But if you were a good enough employee, sometimes they'll let you take a salad home or something.
Yep.
Because they really don't like getting rid of that stuff.
No.
Right.
They don't like throwing it away, but cost measures, they don't want to lose money.
Yep.
But
all these restaurants, they got tricks with their food. Like you said, Wendy's got their tricks with their chili. McDonald's has their tricks with their biscuits and gravy.
Right. You were explaining that. Well, I'm just explaining why I don't like the chili. This was over 20 years ago. I learned this and did that, and ever since that, over 20 years, I haven't bought their chili. I haven't eaten their chili because I suck it. But they do have some banger baked potatoes.
Oh yeah,
yes, they do.
I mean, we literally have a famous colloquialism about not knowing how sausage is made for this exact reason. If you knew how food was made, you would eat food.
Yeah,
that's right.
Right, I've heard the stories about the videos you can watch about like how your beef is processed.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if it's still on YouTube, but a long time ago on YouTube, I found the video about how your beef is processed, and I watched it, and I'm like, that's that's a lot more than you want to think about. That's a
Yep.
lot of stuff that goes in. Like some scenes brutal, but like some people like it looks brutal and stuff like that. But like in a whole large factory set where you have to process X amount of food, it has to be done. And my lord, it changed my opinion. Not my opinion. It changed my view on how I appreciate my food.
Yep.
Then South Park came out with an episode where they go to the beef factory and like they're showing raw beef and stuff in the factory, and Cartman's like, that looks delicious. That looks yummy.
I used to live
not-
next to a slaughterhouse, like
I was
literally right next door to one. So
I was gonna say, as a kid, I'm not sure whose idea it was to take me to one of those, but it's probably a trip I could have done without or whatever. It didn't stop me from eating it though, but man, it gave me a different appreciation for what goes on in here and stuff.
Right. And for everybody watching, there's a link to the GoFundMe. Anything you can do will help.
What about chicken? Chicken plants, actually,
Like what?
like a chicken plant. You know where the chicken comes from.
I mean, it's horrible, but again, like we have a saying about this, right?
All
Like,
right, I worked at a chicken plant one time,
Right.
and sometimes it goes down a little assembly line. They sometimes they'll pick the chicken up and they'll drop it in the floor.
Mm. Oof.
Yeah, and you know what happens to that chicken that they drop in the floor?
Put it back in line, don't they?
No,
No.
nope. It gets picked up, it gets rinsed off with water, and then put back on the line.
Then put it back. Okay, at least it washed it off first.
No, it's,
So,
Well,
but it's just water.
Yeah.
but yeah, well, they can't put soap on it.
No,
But like one thing
But-
I learned about chicken plants, if you want to know anybody who knows about bending rules, that's a chicken plant, right? Like in a chicken plant, like a large chicken plant, if they
Mhm.
have like at least 2 square feet block of space open and let a chicken walk through it, they can legitimately call that chicken free range.
Wow. Yikes. Talking
Right.
about stretching it.
Yeah.
Right?
We're telling
And-
horrible stories here today.
and not only that, you know how fast a chicken grows at a chicken plant?
Mhm.
Very quickly.
Yeah.
it's like 16 weeks or something from like chick to you're dead, chicken.
They grow up. They throw so much chemicals into their feed, makes them grow quick. And when they grow quick, that's how they accumulate so many chickens.
Mature them really
I
quick. and
know.
stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's crazy. Like chickens. If I could accumulate all my knowledge of what I've learned about food and how it's processed, some of it will just straight up scare people. But
Yep.
you know, no one asks how a hot dog is made, right? No one really asks. You don't want to know what used to be in a hot dog. You just
No.
enjoy it. You know,
Yep.
and that's the kind of mindset I have with most food and today when it comes to like processed meats and stuff is like, if it's good, I'm going to enjoy it because there's a lot of rules and regulations out there to make sure it's safe for you.
Yep. I know. Yeah,
Everybody buy them.
talk about hot dogs. I know one hot dog restaurant I've been wanting to go to that I used to live by. I never did get to go by it.
The
Go in
Hillbilly
there.
Hot Dog place?
It was hillbilly hot dogs.
Yeah.
It's in there in Lesage, West Virginia, which is just on the outskirts of Huntington, West Virginia.
Man, thinking of hot dogs, one place I'd like to have in my city that I don't know if there's one in my state, but I miss Sonic. Like, I'm not a big Sonic fan,
Ooh,
but I love their Route 66 drinks, like the ones where you splash actual fruit in it,
mm-hmm.
soda type thing. Those are so good, and they're foot long hot dogs.
Oh, I got one of those not too far from me.
I was
Right?
going to say,
They're
we
all,
got a
they're all
Sonic.
they're all over my city.
They're not all over mine.
We got a Sonic in the little city that we live in Arizona and stuff. We've got at least a Sonic. We got a Wendy's. We don't have like a Del Taco or a Cane's chicken. We got Slim chickens, but yeah, there's a few things we're missing, but we do at least have a Sonic and Arby's.
Mhm.
Look, I'm going to tell you one thing. Del Taco is legit. Like the best taco place I've ever worked for, the best restaurant I ever worked for was a Del Taco.
Really?
Yes, everything is made from scratch. It's a fast food joint, but everything's prepared in advance from them. Like every day, it's prepared fresh. Everything is made right there.
Nice.
Yeah, I used to make their salsa and their hamburger meat, and I used to cashier.
We got a couple of Burger Kings here in my city. We got McDonald's everywhere, Taco Bell everywhere, Sonic everywhere, Arby's. I think we got a couple of those.
Mm-hmm.
And we just got restaurants out of our wild zoo.
Like Burger King's my favorite fast food joint, and I used to work for one. No beef or quandaries there. At least I don't have to worry about their chili. I never met a Burger King that had chili. I don't know if there's Burger Kings that have chili, but still.
No.
But like Burger King was one of my favorite places to eat. I don't get to eat there very often. We do have one. But yeah.
We just did that for lunch, as a matter of fact, but we wanted the zesty sauce.
Nice. I want to try what was it that just came out not so long ago?
Pulled pork sandwich?
Yeah, I think I want to try the pulled pork sandwich.
It's okay.
Well, see, McDonald's has their big arch burger, and that thing's pretty banger. It's very competitive to the Whopper, and they do sell a double and a triple if you look for it on the menu.
Yep.
But like it to me, it tastes like a Big Mac Whopper because it has McDonald's stuff on it.
Mm-hmm.
I still prefer the Whopper over it, but like every time I go to McDonald's now, I'm just going to order a big arch burger.
Go.
If I can't go to Burger King. But Burger King here is kind of expensive. But thinking about to both sides of the world, we actually just got Maverick, the gas station.
Okay. Nice.
Mm-hmm.
Nice. They're starting to stretch out a little bit more then.
Yeah, they legitimately bought a chain of gas stations that already exist. See, I'm from Utah originally, and the new Maverick signs out here I don't know if they changed them in Utah. They might have changed them in Utah, but it's hard to recognize because it's just like a desert red color sign that's like a weird shape, and it just says Maverick in it.
Yeah.
Where when I was in Utah, they had more of like a white orange designer sign. I don't know if it's still like that. But yeah,
it is. Yeah, I think so. I think it's still that desert scape and stuff. What about Culver's? You guys have Culver's there?
Oh yeah, we have a Culver's here. Yeah,
Culver's was new to me. We've only started eating there since eating there since we got here and stuff. So that's not bad. But what's weird to me is everybody here. Well, not everybody. There's a Freddy's steak burgers and there's Culver's, but most of them do smash burgers here.
Right.
And that I'm not necessarily a fan of. I don't want my meat pressed, but I'm also one of those people that wants my meat well done. So I'm sure to get it that way if they smash it flat. But
right.
I'm not necessarily a fan of those. But
right.
Since we're talking about restaurants, what about Steak and Shake?
We have a Steak and Shake. It's generic. To me, it's just a burger joint that sells steaks.
Steaks and milkshakes.
Right. I personally, out of Culver's and Freddy's, prefer Freddy's over Culver's, even though they're smash burgers. I like the flavor of the burgers. Their shoestring fries are just amazing, and I love getting their concretes.
Yeah.
My favorite concrete to get is the dirt and worms with the half and half chocolate vanilla mix
custard. Yeah, that's the other thing that was new to us when we got here and stuff was everybody serves custard. I was skeptical at first, but I've come around. I definitely like the custard. It's funny. We go to Freddy's for the cheese curds,
They're good.
and yeah, the cheese curds, and we actually like the smashed taco that they're serving now
Oh, nice.
instead of a burger or whatever. I mean, it's the same thing. It's just a smashed burger, but folded up in a tortilla with a little bit of fixing and some spicy sauce in it.
Right.
Those are pretty good. But as far as Culver's goes, I think I like the butter burgers and stuff there just a little bit better. So it's half the time we go there and half the time we go to the other one.
The Culver's is pretty good. I like
A better what?
They're pretty. No, you're
Custard.
talking-
Sorry, I'm getting feedback from the other room. My wife is reminding me that it's the custard and the curds that we go to at Freddy's for Freddy's, and the hot dogs actually. And for the other stuff, we go to Culver's.
Right.
Yep.
Culver's I like too, but I prefer like given the choice, Freddy's is my overall take.
Now, the best place around here to get a cheesesteak sandwich is at Charlie's Cheesesteak.
We don't have one of those here.
We got one in California before I left, but COVID killed them. We were just starting to get a couple of those in there, and then that's when COVID hit, and so they went belly up, and I don't think they expanded as far as they would have into those markets.
If you want
Oh,
a
yeah.
great cheesesteak, just find whatever the best Italian restaurant is. Like actual Italian, I do not mean Olive Garden. I mean like a mom and pop Italian place. And go there, and I'll bet that you'll have one of the best cheesesteaks you'll ever eat outside of Philly, because there's nothing like going to South Street in Philadelphia and getting a cheesesteak.
Look, hey, DJ Longhair, what's up? What's
Hey.
up?
But I do like Charlie's cheesesteaks way over Subway.
Oh yeah.
Oh well, yeah, that's fair. They are considerably better than the Subway's cheesesteaks.
Yes.
I stopped eating at Subway when they got rid of the seafood and crab sandwich, so they lost business.
When was that?
permanently.
15 years ago.
Yep.
It was a long
Something
time
like
ago.
that.
Yeah, it's the only sandwich I liked. So once they got rid of it, what's the point of going back?
No point in going. That's it.
Yeah.
Well, I like variety. Food is food.
But anyways, and go on. I kind of got a funny. It's kind of a funny joke, but it's more of a storyline type thing. I think you know how back in the early '90s, you could go to the store and like in the toy aisle, and you could tell which aisles were for girls and which aisles for boys by the coloring of the aisles.
Yep.
Yeah.
Look, I like my Italian food, and I love Italian food, but like I'm surprised Olive Garden's not pink because I only know girls like that place.
I mean, look, Olive Garden is fine, okay? If you've not had like really good Italian food, I'm sure you can still eat at Olive Garden and find like a really good meal.
Consider it a starter Italian.
Exactly.
Right.
It's, Olive
Get an
Garden is
introduction.
baby's first Italian restaurant. You go in there, you can use a little bit of the lingo. You can get a bunch of different kinds of pasta.
Get those breadsticks.
I was
Exactly.
about to say the breadsticks. Breadsticks are the
But
best part about
it's
it.
baby's first Italian restaurant.
Like,
Then you go to like a real Italian place and you're like, oh God, these people don't speak English. What am I ordering?
Yeah, let me just point on the menu to what I think I want.
right? Well, no, look. Like, I never met like until Rayman is defending Olive Garden. I never met another man who said, "Man, I'm hungry. I'm thinking about Olive Garden." You know, when it comes to date nights and it's a girl's choice, it's like, hey, why don't we go to Olive Garden? It's never the man's decision to go to Olive Garden.
Okay, so before we go
I
much
feel like
further
things
here,
must be weird in Iowa because this is just not my
I
experience.
grew up in Utah.
before we go much further down that, is this the time that I say, well, I took my wife to Olive Garden to propose to her.
There you go.
It was my idea.
See, I think things are just weird in Iowa. I think it's just an Iowa thing.
Look,
It may be
my-
Utah, but
Utah is where my most experience with Olive Garden. We have an Olive Garden over here in my neck of the woods, but this particular restaurant went downhill.
You know, a lot of them having stuff, and it's funny because I heard from the other room and stuff. That was fancy for us because I even made her dress up and stuff because she didn't know exactly where we were going. But their quality has maybe dipped because, man, I used to love their stuffed mushrooms and, like I said, the breadsticks and get all that good old salad and then sop up that oil and vinegar dressing with the breadsticks. Good times.
All right,
But,
and in my defense, the ball.
mm-hmm.
It might have been your choice to take your wife to her favorite place to butter her up to say yes.
I might have needed that extra push to get her over the edge, baby.
Yeah.
And look, I don't have anything against Olive Garden. It's just like growing up, like it was always like the women's favorite place.
Gotcha. I heard from the other room that I could have taken her to McDonald's and it would have been okay. So now I know I overpaid, but that was my idea. That was my idea of going out for good. But I'm not defending it. I get it. And like I said, we've had other family members, in fact, or whatever, that are horrified to hear that we go to Olive Garden. So you're not the only person that feels that way. But
Right.
yeah,
it's Rayman had to leave suddenly. He had something come up, so he had to go.
All right. I hope he's doing okay, and I hope everybody else is doing good.
Yeah.
But we used to have actual Godfather's pizza.
Oh, I miss
And
that. Pizza.
me, my mom, and my great aunt, we used to go there all the time, but not to eat pizza.
Not to eat
Oh
pizza.
no! What were you going for then? Did they have good sandwiches or what?
The arcade.
Salads.
Good salads. Okay. All right. So that was something I just read. I hope it's not a meme, but I had heard that somebody had bought up like 80 Pizza Huts and was going to try to restore them back to it being a destination to go to put your phones down and like meet with the family and stuff. Because that was a nice thing, man. When it was Pizza Hut was a place for us to go. It was a place to gather. It was. And it wasn't fine dining. I mean, it was still pizza or whatever.
Yep.
But it was a nice place to go to sit down and spend an evening.
So it's not a meme. I saw it on the news and different.
You saw it
sources.
in the news? Okay. Good.
It's through different sources. They're restoring it to look like it did in the 90s.
Nice.
Like, the old lights, a couple arcade cabinets, sit down restaurant.
Oh, cool.
They're trying to make it look like that so people want to come back and enjoy the atmosphere.
Yeah, that'd
That'd be
good.
nice.
When I read that, I was like, honey, we're going to have to go to Pizza Hut.
Nice. Yeah, that's a good.
Yeah.
I mean, well, if you can afford to go out anywhere to eat these days and stuff, it is hard to find a place that's actually, takes your time and prepares good food. At least it seems that way these days. It seems like everybody's cutting corners, like you said, even whether it be Cracker Barrel or whatever and stuff, even with Red Lobster, whatever, cheating their biscuits in and stuff like that. So I don't know. It'd be good to have someplace good to go to.
Go ahead.
DJ says it's all right. Talking about Olive Garden, says I would like to go there, but not as my choice.
Okay, fair enough.
Then DJ says I miss Pizza Hut's buffet. I miss buffets too, but I don't know if that's a valid a thing they can support now with the economy the way it is.
Well, with economy and with COVID and stuff, who knows? Like what when the next outbreak could be.
River Wolf VIP. Hello.
Hey.
How are you guys doing?
Well, we don't even have any buffets around here in my city, as far as I know of.
Well, it's because you shut them all down.
Yeah, you might single-handedly be responsible for those places closing at this point.
Well, I mean, we used to have a Ryan's, and I believe COVID got a hold of them, and they shut down and ain't reopened.
I don't know if it was your Ryan's in particular, or your Ryan's, or just my Ryan's in particular, but my Ryan's buffet, they were an amazing restaurant. I never got to eat there when they're amazing. I have friends that told me they were amazing.
Oh yeah, they was.
But then my particular Ryan's buffet decided to accept food stamps. And people were spending their food stamps on Ryan's buffet, which seems legit. right? It seems like a fun
Mhm.
thing, you know. If you
Sure.
can, go enjoy it. But somewhere down the long hill of things, the quality of the restaurant went downhill,
Hmm.
Oh yeah.
and they ended up shutting down in that vein of things. So I don't know if that's what happened to your Ryan's or not.
Hmm.
I have no earthly idea, but I know what they shut down, building was up for sale and everything on thing. It was such a great restaurant.
Oh wait, I did eat there once. We went there one time before they did the whole food stamp thing. They had some amazing fried chicken there.
Nice.
Yeah,
All their food, to me, all their food was good.
I don't remember all the food. I remember the fried chicken.
I remember
DJ
all
says,
the
well, they
food.
could go do $15 to $20 a pop. It'd be worth it. That's right. It's a Himalayan restaurant. Oh, he's talking about the Yak and Yeti here. And oh, that sounds interesting. I like this off the
Hmm.
wall restaurants that are different. Like when we were in the Wisconsin Dells for vacation, we
Mhm.
went to places. One had like a giant beaver statue on the outside, and the other one, I can't remember. But like
What
one
about a
had,
Black Bear Diner?
one could have been Black Bear Diner as one of them, where they had like a train that delivered your food to you,
Mhm.
Fun.
like like in Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood, they had the train that went to the studio.
Yeah.
The
Yeah.
show. Well, in here they had a train that stopped by your table with your order, and you pull it off. It was
Nice.
a fun experience. The downside to it was the food was not exactly hot when it got to you.
Not hot and fresh, huh? They need bullet trains, maybe.
So,
I actually got to bounce out of here and stuff, but it was good hanging with you guys for a bit. I missed that this morning, but I got it this afternoon, so
yeah.
that's good.
Go.
All right, have fun to bolt.
All right. And are we still playing a low bracket 4 game this Thursday?
I think so.
All right. Sounds good.
If you got a game, if you want to play, you got to set up Tortoise. We can play tonight.
I don't know if I'll be able to play tonight, but I am set up.
I got to bounce, guys.
Yeah.
All right.
See,
All
I
right,
can
see ya.
show you. See ya.
See,
Whoop. What was that?
I don't know. It sounded like somebody jumped in.
Maybe he double clicked or something. But yeah, if I go to here, yeah, I got my setup right here.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
So, but the wife's getting off early tonight, so I don't think I can play tonight.
Oh, okay.
No, that's why. That's why I went live a little bit early and stuff.
Mm.
But yeah. but yeah, then we went to this one place in Wisconsin Dells that was amazing.
Mm.
Called the Moose Lodge, not Moose Lodge,
Mm-hmm.
Elk Lodge or something. I can't remember what it's called. Out in the living room we have that. I made a little advertisement thing for it. But like they had their homemade sodas that they make like they made in house. There are fruit flavors that were so freaking delicious. The food was hotter because it was delivered to you, and it was like I know taxidermy is not everybody's thing, but they had like a lot of taxidermy and elk horns, antlers and stuff all throughout the lodge of the restaurant. It was a pretty unique experience.
Cool.
Hold on a second. Oh, okay. All right. I think we got someone who wants to join us.
Oh, cool.
A friend of the channel. Someone who's been hanging around already.
Oh.
He said, send me the link. That'd be Sir Tom Mitchell. Yeah.
Cool.
But yeah. But anyways, while Tom comes in here, I need to go for a break. I need to use the restroom and stuff. Refill my coffee. So we're going to go on a quick break.
Cool.
We'll be back in a couple minutes. All right, my friends. We're just going to put on this. We're going to loop that. Oh, my little. All right, my friends, we'll be back in a few minutes while I get things set up.
Wow. Hey, everybody's here now. You're muted, Taurus.
I legitimately just unmuted myself to tell everybody that we're all muted, and it muted me again. I don't know what happened.
So, Hillbilly, what do you think about the new Star Trek card that got spoiled?
Did not see it.
It is Captain Kirk.
Oh, yeah. That.
It is from Commander. It's legit. Right? It's legit. It's from Commander, which means we are getting Commander decks. I think Bant Captain Kirk is really interesting, but I like that it goes and hunts the Enterprise. I think that's cool.
I think that is interesting, and it's fitting for him to be searching for the Enterprise. But my question is, what if they make Captain Picard? What's he going to search for?
He's around an ability called Make It So.
Yeah, I doubt that he searches for anything. I do like that lets you go find a land too. That's very Bant.
Yep.
You go find a land and put it into play tapped.
Or what if they make another a different Enterprise? Because the original Star Trek had one Enterprise. The Next Generation had a different kind of Enterprise.
Yeah, it was Enterprise C, I think, was the first one from Next Gen.
No, there was a D, a C.
It'd be interesting how to do it. I mean,
well, it just says the Enterprise. So if it specifically just says the Enterprise, then that means it's looking for a card name that's named the Enterprise, and that's it. So if they put Enterprise C in the game, that would technically be a different card than just the Enterprise.
Right. Well, it'd be interesting to see what they did. I mean, my brain, is baffled that we got a secret lair this weekend. This weekend, my days are blurred together.
Goblin Storm that was yesterday.
It was spoiled. I don't know if it's released yet.
Yeah, the Garfield one. The Goblin one yesterday.
The Garfield one threw me off my rock.
Yep.
I'm like, I love Garfield, but what the heck?
I want the Ren and Siri really badly, actually, because it's Garfield and Odie.
I want the path like if I could get one of the cards, it'd be Path to Exile. I like that one.
Yeah.
I work on it, but it was different.
Yeah, that last secret lair we had, that Goblin Storm deck, sold out in about 30 minutes.
34 minutes.
Yeah.
Yep, it sold out very fast.
Sorry,
and they're still like $1,200 on TCG Player.
Yeah, and there was a limit on these secret lairs too, one per customer.
Mm-hmm. And they enforced that too.
Yeah.
Well,
even for our store account, because Brandon bought his, and even though ours is a WPN store account, it's still only let him buy one.
Yeah, it's crazy. Oh man, a lot of stuff happened over this weekend with Magic. The Goblin Storm one, I don't even have a clue what the deck was.
Goblins.
I just saw that people were upset that it sold out quick.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was mono red goblins helmed by Zada, which is really funny because Brandon literally just built this deck, but Brandon's is way cheaper. And looking over the list, it's really interesting. I don't know. People bought it for the artwork, not because it's a super powerful deck, because I don't think it is, because it's trying to all over the place. Like the face commander is Zada, who doesn't really care about goblins. He cares about tokens, but you only need
is Zada the one that
that's it.
Is Zada the one that if you target it, it targets your other creatures?
Yeah, if you target Zada with a spell that only targets Zada, you copy it for each other creature you control.
Yeah, that's a weird goblin commander for a goblin. When you say goblin, I think my brain thinks tribal, and my brain thinks Goblin King, and Goblin synergies. So Goblin Storm, I guess they just want to do a storm count in the deck, is what they're trying to do.
Yeah.
So, so one of the classic ways that Zada kills people, because of how Storm works, is
right,
like this. So let's say you've got 6 creatures in play plus Zada. Okay.
right,
The deck runs a whole bunch of spells that say some version of the following. It's like
right,
1 red mana, target creature cannot block this turn, draw a card. Okay?
right,
So you target Zada, and then it targets everything else,
right,
and then you would draw like 7 cards.
right.
Okay? And then you have a storm count of 1 because you've played 1 spell so far. The
Mhm.
storm doesn't care about the copies, right?
Right.
So you do this 4 or 5 times. When you're just adding 1 spell to the thing every time, but you're drawing a bunch of cards, you're making mana, you're doing just like a bunch of different things, you're making treasure tokens, and then eventually you cast Grape Shot, right?
Right.
And you Grape Shot your Zada, and then you Grape Shot your 6 tokens for 1 damage each.
Right.
But Storm, as we know, is copied. So even though they are just copies of the Grape Shot, they all have their own Storm count. Now, the first copy obviously has to hit the creature. It has to hit your own creature. So you're going to pop your own creature for 1.
Right.
But then all those other Storm counts, which is like 30 copies of Storm, you can just throw wherever you want.
Right. That's crazy. Yeah, except we get Hillbilly and I, we lost to a Zada deck a few months back.
Yeah.
Our friend Core was playing it, and it was a powerful deck, and it wasn't busted, but it was powerful. And it did rely on that storm count and using those spells that targeted Zada and drew a card when you casted it. So yeah, I get it. I just didn't I was too busy dog sitting to even know what happened. Like I felt like I got hit by a rock with news. I'm like, what? I figured we'd talk about it on the morning show. I'm like, this is interesting. Oh, really quick. Tom, Lone Wolf, how you guys doing?
How we doing, Torque? Can you hear me?
Yep.
Perfect.
We can hear you flipping through cards. Going flip.
Sorry.
If you want, that's not a problem.
No, I'm making a Kuja Genome Sorcerer deck.
Cool.
Ooh, nice.
So we'll try that one. Always want to do like wizards with black-red wizards. So right.
Nice.
I have a buddy who's playing Black Red Wizards. He's playing Black Waltz number 9. Currently.
I have Black Waltz number 3 in it. So we'll see how
maybe
that goes.
maybe that's the one he's playing.
Yeah. There's
Is it a legendary creature?
Yes. Whenever you cast a non-creature spell, it's going to deal 2 damage to each opponent. So it has like
Yep, that's it.
Yes, yeah.
For some reason,
He's in
it was 9. But...
he's in the 99, but I just want to be able to flip it. So that it's got
he has
like
multiple ways to give his commander infect.
Oh, so infect is mean. No.
Yeah.
Last I heard that somewhere.
Yeah, infect is pretty mean.
Hillbilly agrees. He thinks
Kill it every time he
infect is
plays.
mean.
Yeah.
I sent him a card that gave a creature infect, and I'm like, hey.
Phoresis? Do you give him Phoresis or Glistening Oil?
I gave him a corrupted conscience so he could steal a creature if he wanted to.
Oh, the blue one, right? The one that's got Karn on the front of it.
Yeah, the card on the
That's
artwork.
5 mana.
Yeah, that card is so banger to me. That's one of my favorite steal cards. You can steal a creature card. I run it in Rafik. There's hardly ever a chance I actually steal a creature with Rafik. I usually chat my own creature just to give it infect for a 1 swing wonder.
Yep.
But yeah, Phyresis is good, but no, I didn't have an extra Phyresis to hand out. But I sent Hillbilly a corrupted conscience because
I got a Phoresis.
But when I put this collection of cards together, he was building that guy as indestructible and
Otis.
on deck.
Notice.
Otis, yeah. I'm like, yeah, good card.
But I got a phoresis.
Mm-hmm. That's good. That's good.
Yeah.
Lobo, how are you doing down there?
I'm hanging in there. How are you?
Doing all right. We missed you guys. We missed you all.
Oh man, I've been going through SFT withdrawal. Man,
Yeah.
Well, I was going to stream this morning, but I was doing something. I can't remember what I was doing, so I didn't get to stream this morning.
Yeah.
Are you planning on doing the morning show tomorrow?
Yeah.
Unfortunately, I will not be here. My stepdad's having shoulder surgery tomorrow.
Oh,
Well, good luck with that, and I hope everything goes well.
Yeah.
My brain went to making like a shoulder kind of joke, and I'm like, that's not appropriate.
It's like the sixth one he's had, so
wow.
we're old
Oh,
hats at this
jeez.
by now.
But yeah, Lone Wolf, have you had a good day?
It's been all right. I've been freezing.
Freezing.
Yeah. For most of the day, it's been 50 degrees.
Ooh,
wow.
That sounds so good. It was 90 here today.
I don't know exactly the temperature here is, but it's been warm.
yeah, it's hot now. It's hot here where I'm at.
Same.
Uh,
Oh, Tom, is your house abuzz with Nick's fever?
oh my God, they're downstairs right now.
I that's why I asked.
Yeah,
they're
I
winning.
like the college basketball. I'm not into the NBA. I'll watch college all day though.
Cane
I mean,
chicken.
look,
Sure
if-
hopes the puppers
Tom,
are-
listen. If the Knicks win, okay,
Right.
which is a big if, because I think whoever wins, I think the West wins this thing. But if the Knicks win, you have to go. You have to go downtown to the parade because it's probably the only one in your children or maybe even your grandchildren's lifetime that the Knicks are going to get.
Oh, I agree. It's going to be an interesting series. I mean, I don't know enough about basketball, but I mean, everyone's talking about it here.
Oh, I'm sure it's the first time they've made the conference finals in I don't know 25 years or something.
Right.
Yeah, Cane Chicker says, sure up the puppers are okay. You spent all that time sitting on them. Yeah. But yeah, like my dad, he loves college sports. He loves professional sports too, but he says people act like they try harder when it's college. Because they're fighting for those contracts. I don't know the truth. I'm not smart about sports. To me, Magic the Gathering is a sport. Should
Yeah,
be.
I'm not very good at it, but yes,
Yeah, it
One
should
that
be.
it's like
It sh-
golf. Just
It
trying
should
to
be a
perfect
sport. Yeah, it should. Like Magic the Gathering should be a sport. Like
I mean, you can make a professional living at it, so
yeah. Well, there used to be a better time when you could make a better living at it, but you still can make a living at it.
Ken Shaker, if you remember 1977 when the Knicks won their last title, that is not what I'm saying. It's what I'm absolutely implying.
That's funny. I know nothing about the Knicks other than they get made fun of a lot, and for some reason, there's someone's favorite team in the movies.
I mean, they're New York's basketball team, right? The Nets don't count. Nobody cares about the Nets. The Nets don't care about the Nets because if they did, they'd try more. And like the Knicks have this aura around it because they play at the Garden, which is, the most famous arena on the planet. So there's a whole bunch of superstition around the Knicks almost, but they're always bad. And when they're not bad, they always break the New Yorkers' hearts.
See, when I was into basketball, it was Utah versus Chicago that got me going. We had Michael Jordan, the top of the game, going against Karl Malone. And that was like the moment in history for my generation or our generation. You know,
And Malone, I mean, yeah, Malone was the guy everybody remembers, but John Stockton, just as important to that team as Malone.
right. Well, Karl Malone and Stockton, after they retired from the team, came together and created a local car dealership, Stockton and Malone Car Deals or something like that.
That's kind of awesome.
Yeah, they did. It was a big deal. Like, and believe it, look, I never been a Utah Jazz fan. I was a Chicago Bulls fan back in the day, but I loved back. I don't think we'll ever get back the marketing and the love of the game that we had back then in today's generation.
Probably not.
Because back then it was about your team, your support, your love. Nowadays it's all about gambling and making that money. Just
I don't gamble.
Magic,
I don't
you
gamble.
know what?
I said I don't gamble. I still watch sports.
Well, yeah, but I'm talking about like people are like trying to turn it into like a way to make a buck, which I find kind of funny. On a political side of things, they are now taxing the apps that you use to gamble on games. Like if you make a good enough money, you're going to be taxed on those now. I didn't know that was a thing. Like they weren't. I thought they were, but they weren't for a while. But this year they're doing it. And Kenny Checker says, I think Whoopi Goldberg jinxed the team a long time ago.
I could spend too much time talking about sports.
That's why you're a sports king, Lone Wolf.
Pretty much.
Mm-hmm. like they don't advertise the way they used to anymore. You remember when they advertised back in the day? It was to adults, it was to kids, it was to get everything up. Nowadays, when I see anything sports related, it's like on a news channel and stuff. And look how tough this guy is. He runs this far, does this all. And it's all about the statistics, which is good for adults. Don't get me wrong. I'm not in school anymore. I'm not in elementary school. I'm not in middle school. I'm not in high school. Maybe I'm just not seeing the advertisements like they used to, but on TV, I still get times where I see commercials. I don't see enough good sports commercials. I don't legitimately. I am still curious to how sports are doing so well with the lack of commercials I'm seeing for them. Now, I see professional sports people in commercials, but I like for someone who lives in Iowa, I know we don't have a professional team, but I don't see commercial for the Hawkeyes unless it's surrounded by the news.
Right.
Well, so I think they realized that advertising is, for anything other than the NFL, is pretty meaningless. Like if you're an NBA fan, you know
Right.
Knicks Cavs are going on right now. You don't need to be told. You just know, right? And there's not a lot of super casual. Okay, let me put it this way. In the NFL, if you're sitting around and you're flipping through and you see, oh, hey, the Chiefs with Patrick Mahomes are going to be on in an hour on NBC.
Right.
You may turn that on, right, casually. But
Right.
there's nobody besides maybe Victor Wembanyama, just because like he's really starting to grab a lot of like the public eye.
Right.
Like you said, news is talking about him.
Mm-hmm.
Because he is so young and playing so well that nobody's going to like turn over to ABC to watch game 1 of the Eastern Conference Finals just on a whim.
Right.
That's not how the NBA is. That's not how baseball is. The only sport that's like that is the NFL. And even the NFL, they really only advertise Monday night games and Sunday night games.
Right.
Because if you want to watch the NFL, CBS, 1 o'clock, Fox, 1 o'clock, every Sunday.
And
then they'll tell you if they're doing, he is. Yeah. He did something last night that hadn't been done since 2001. And the person who did it was prime Shaquille O'Neal. And Wemby is in his second year.
Ooh, that's pretty amazing.
Yeah.
Look, all my sports conversation is my view, right? And I say that because I'm probably one of the most likely people to stop on a game. I'm looking for cartoons most of the time. Cartoons, something to entertain me if it's on TV. But I still like a good advertisement. I remember back when we were younger, maybe they still do it in schools where they advertise sports with like a heart health message and stuff like that, or like a motivational thing about it. I don't see that much often. I don't know why.
Because school sports is a dying industry. There are still a lot of young people playing sports, but they're not playing for their school teams. They're all playing travel ball. And a lot of players won't even play on their school team, even though they would be the best player on that team by a mile, because why risk getting hurt playing for a team that's not going to get you exposure?
Right.
And that's what they're thinking. I don't necessarily agree with this. I think play for your school. I think you should have a little bit of school pride. But that's what they're thinking, and I know this because I've talked to people literally at the lounge who did not play for our mild high school, their current high school's team, because the travel team they were playing on gives them way more exposure. And why risk blowing out your knee to rep your school when you don't care?
Right. Kenny Checker says he's not here on. If he's not here in the morning, his TV's on a game or ESPN. But I recently learned that schools are changing their sports, sports type. You know how Wizard of the Coast will change tribal to kindred. Apparently, some schools are changing football to flag football.
Oh, that's because there's just not enough kids to play. Football is I love football, and I'm sure Lone Wolf does too. Most people who like sports are football fans, but kids in high school should not be playing football. It's very bad for you. Very bad. Your brain is still developing, and it's so dangerous.
It can be, for sure.
Well, I mean, I don't even mean big, obviously you can break an arm or a leg but we know so much information now about subconcussive hits that these kids on the line, they're those are the kids who love their sport. If you want to know who loves, it's the people in the line, because they are, you're a 17-year-old kid who is risking literal life-changing brain damage.
Right.
Play something that you love, right? You don't do that if you don't really love the game.
Right. But yeah, they're I remember, ironically, there's another guy named Eric or Zach, one of the two, who got punished for something, and he had to join a regular PE class with us one day, and we were playing flag football, and he was on the football team, and he kept tackling me like it's a real football game. And no, I did not complain. I thought it was amusing as hell to be tossed up in the air like that. I enjoyed it. But the coach got mad at him because he's like, you can hurt that kid. And I'm like, what? But yeah. Well, because we don't have proper gear on, and
right.
Well, the closest thing we got on is a jock strap, you know. not to be in too detailed, but yeah, we don't have padded armor or nothing. I don't know. It's crazy, but yeah, sports are changing, but like what I'm getting tired with when it comes to anything, like anything, is feels like the love of something's dissipating for about everything,
Yep.
right? And now I'm not saying people on sports don't love what they do because they love the money they get, they love the fame they get, they really practice on getting better at their craft. Yeah, I get that, but it feels like for like the fan base and stuff, unless you can make some good money, it's not worth getting into anymore. And that's how it
Well,
feels like with some of these things that we're dealing with. Even Magic, it gets that way sometimes. But when we love Magic, and we know there's a lot of content creators out there who love making content for Magic, especially because they're making that money, and they got that popularity off the growth. But like, it feels like if you can't make money off anything, you shouldn't enjoy it anymore. And I'm like, what happened to doing something just because you loved doing it? Like I used to love. I can't do as well as I used to anymore, but I used to love drawing. I drew not for money, but I loved the skill. I loved the patience. I loved the craft of drawing and learning the techniques to get good at it. Never once did I think, man, I'm gonna make money off this. What is unfortunate is that some colleges have dropped some sports that do not bring in much revenue for sports that will. That's true. That's true. Someone I was talking to was talking about that because it's all about making that money nowadays because that revenue. Like I understand you need revenue. Like you can't. It's like living. You're right. Like people will say we live in a free country, but you got to pay your bills to live. I understand that, but some people want to go past their exceeded amount of living costs because they want to enjoy that sweet life instead of enjoying the life they got. It's like, what is it? But I don't understand everything. Maybe I'm just talking out of my ass. Who knows? I mean, feel free to correct me if you want.
I'm not in the business of correcting SFT. So
You're funny. Well, I just, like I said, anything talking about sports on my end is just all opinion and based off what I see. I am not a professional. I do not have all the like the closest thing to football I've actually played was flag football and PE. I never played real football.
I actually helped run a flag football league last year
Nice.
because as if I didn't have enough things to do.
Well, you're a
Let me-
community-driven person.
Let me explain to you how things happen at Mr. B's Game Lounge.
Mhm.
Somebody will have an idea, everybody gets behind said idea, and then everybody goes, so how do we do this? And then because no one has ever organized anything in their lives, they all go, hey Ray, you organize stuff. How's this work? And then I'm at this inflection point. I could either attempt to explain this to them and hope that it works out and just be done with it, or I can just be like, oh God, I'll just do it. It's just easier if I do it. So I ran a 12-week I ran a 12-week flag football league last year, which was the dumbest thing I've ever done.
Anyway, you do a lot for your community. Like, I don't know how much you do for your community in general, like your city community, but you really love the community that you build in your game store. You love what you do. You're a very giving person when it comes to supporting others.
I do try.
That's amazing. Well, it's commendable and amazing. Kane Checker said, did anyone ask SFT during the hour I missed what he thought about the ban announcement? No, we
Yeah.
actually haven't talked about it.
No bans for standard.
No bans for standard. Yuzama's Jite just got unbanned in modern,
Yeah, which is the funniest thing.
which, like, I don't know how resourceful it's gonna be. Like, maybe
It's
they
not.
unbanned it because it's not gonna do anything in modern
Yes.
right now.
It's Splinter Twin, right? Like, if you've played a combo deck in Commander that runs red, you know how powerful Splinter Twin is. That card has been unbanned in Modern for almost a year, and no one runs it because
Right.
compared to the rest of the format, it's just not that powerful. Now, maybe if they had unbanned Umezawa's Jite at the same time they unbanned Stoneforge Mystic, maybe it does something, but
Right.
Colossal Hammer does. I don't know who wants to run this card. Colossal Hammer doesn't. It doesn't want to spend. It doesn't want to spend mana on Jites. It wants to cheat out their hammer and two tap you.
Right. They just want to chill. Cane Checker's like, oh, good. I can grab my torch and pitchfork. Like, Cane Checker believes there should be no ban list. So,
The more that the bracket system continues to exist, the more I feel like that's, with the exception of things that are just clearly that don't function anymore, like anti cards. With the exception of stuff like that, I tend to agree. Because
there's no bracket system in modern, no.
Well, no, that's modern,
right? No
they just banned. They finally killed Boros Energy after, I don't know, 2 years or something, because they hit Flage, and then they hit something else, but then they unbanned 2 cards. Oh, they unbanned Violent Outburst. I was playing Modern when they banned Violent Outburst.
It was fun. Violent Outburst. That's a 3-mana Cascade card, isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah. Man,
I used to play Living.
That particular deck has been banned so many times, so many ways since its inception. The Cascade deck, because back
there was
back
two.
When,
there was Rhinos and there was Living In, depending on which way you wanted to play it.
Well, there was Bloodbraid Elves originally that was banned. Then Then people are like, well, Violent Outrage is just the better fix for this deck. It costs 1 mana less and does the same thing.
Yeah.
The only thing it doesn't get is Liliana the Veil,
Well, so when they hit Bloodbraid Elf, that was old school Jund. The reason they hit Violent Outburst is because it was it would only hit Living End.
Right.
And if you like turn 3 Living End somebody in Modern, they're probably just dead, unless you just had nothing good in your graveyard.
Right. And Kane Checker says, thank you, Rayman. He likes your your commander thesis. He is going on with the bracket system. Oh no, everybody left.
No, Lone Wolf. Lost Lone Wolf. Kane Checker, let me give you my reasoning. And let me see if your reasoning is similar. My reasoning now that we do not need a ban list in Commander is that the bracket system runs as a pseudo banned list, and cards that are too powerful to be in, say, bracket 3 just won't be in bracket 3, right? Like, so let's go to Magical Christmas Land for a second. Okay, you build a deck and you have all the Power 9 in it. You've got Time Walk, you've got Recall, you've got the Moxen, you've got a Lotus. What are you gonna do with that in bracket 3? Can't kill anybody for 7 turns. Like, what's it matter? Right? All that fast mana? It doesn't matter if you can't do anything with it.
Right.
So that's my reasoning behind it. Is that if you want to play bracket 3 or under, then the ban list literally means nothing, because the stuff that would be super busted that would need to be banned wouldn't work any damn way.
Right. Well, I believe the bracket system still needs fixing, a little more tweaking. But yeah, I think your idea of it is pretty solid. I can't think of the word I was trying to think of. Lone Wolf said, sorry, Oh, had to run. Something happened. Hope you have an awesome stream. Yay, thank you. And
I feel that, buddy. I thought I was going to be gone too, so I understand that.
But like, oh man, time capsule came back. He had to step away. He said, "Thank you, Tom, for your support." He was away.
But the reason I think they won't do it is because they don't want CEDH to split off on its own thing. They just got Commander finally in house, which they can say whatever they want. Wizards wanted it.
Yep.
They can say they didn't. They did, and I don't. Here's like, I don't blame them, right? If you're most popular, like, okay, Tort, let's say that, you know, here in 2 years you've got 100,000 subs,
Right.
okay, and then one day, me, Hillbilly, Lone Wolf, and Tom decide not to do a morning show, but to do an evening show every evening, right? Now, we all got popular, except for maybe Hillbilly. Hillbilly does his own thing, but we all got popular because of your show. What, like, you would want us to be brought, like, oh, hey, guys, let's start a podcast network. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So, obviously, Wizards wanted Commander. I do not blame them at all for doing it. That said, they don't want it breaking back off. They do not want it to splinter back off onto its own. And that's the reason I think that they don't get rid of the ban list, because CEDH, if you're a competitive format, I think you actually need bans here and there just to keep things fresh.
Right.
And
on your
so
vein
the format
of thinking,
doesn't get fixed out.
On your vein of thinking, I think Wizard of the Coast also wanted Commander, like you said. I just don't think they wanted to gain control of it the way they did.
Oh no,
right.
They definitely did not want to do it the way they did it.
That's what I was getting ready to bring up.
Right. It's like the buffets in Kentucky. They didn't want to close. That's the way Hillbilly did it.
I mean, yeah, I still say, and I will always say, is it was dirty the way people was doing.
Oh God, it was ridiculous.
Doing them over 2 cards that was banned. I mean, cards get banned and they get unbanned all the time.
If anybody had a right to be pissed off at that time, it was me. I had 5 mana crypts, and I had literally I didn't even get the effing thing in the mail before it got banned. I had just bought one of the rainbow foil chase cards from Ixalan, the mana crypt. I still have it, but it literally got banned between the time I ordered it and when it got to my house.
Right.
And you know what I said? Well, that sucks, I guess. I guess I won't play with Mana Crypt anymore. And but you know what I did? I didn't threaten to kill people.
Nice thing over time is you didn't lose out on all that money. But that's what a lot of people were complaining about. They're treating Wizard of the Coast like a stock market.
Mm-hmm.
Just like you, a lot of people ordered their Mana Crypts, they saved up and stuff and got their Mana Crypts. And when they banned it, the people who got extremely mad, and my friends at home don't do this. They started sending threats to people because they were losing out on financials.
Yeah.
And
death threats.
It was insane. It was not fun. It was like, look, I understand a loss, but nothing deserves that much. And like anything like that does not deserve that kind of reaction.
No, it does not.
With Outburst and Jitte, my cube just got a little more valuable. Nice.
But I mean, I just don't understand why they would, get like that. I mean, yeah, Magic, yeah, it can be valuable cards, but the way I look at them, they're just game pieces for a game, and that's it.
Well, see, that's the thing too. They are just game pieces, but people like to treat them like stock market investments. No one likes it when it drops. They like it when it goes up.
Yeah, but still, You can't treat a game. You shouldn't be treating a game like that.
Hey,
Well,
Ray,
I'm sorry.
Ray, I'm sorry to interrupt, boys. Ray, can I ask you a question?
What is that?
So this is Fury.
Oh, it's a Fury. Okay, yep.
Okay,
Well,
so the evoke cost,
uh-huh.
is that considered casting it?
Yes.
So I would get the cast trigger
Yep.
for Kuja, correct?
100%. And if you had
100%.
a way to copy it, it would like if you had a way to like Reflections of Jitara, which is where if you cast a spell of this named creature type, it'll copy it.
Mhm.
It would copy that. It would copy that evoke as well. I run elementals, Larry, and I know that.
Yeah,
So-
and if you have a way to blink it, you can keep it on the battlefield.
Correct.
Right.
But
Well,
now,
it's
just the one thing to remember, Tom, is that if you were to copy it somehow and you did evoke it, it copies that it was evoked, so it would sacrifice as well.
Right.
But basically, I'd be able to cast this, but just by exiling a red card from my hand, and
Correct.
then that would be considered a cast, and then I
Correct.
would get the cast trigger off of my commander, correct?
Right.
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Wow.
sir.
All right, so that's going to go in. All right, carry on, gentlemen. Sorry.
But look, hang on one second, because your commander doesn't care what you cast, right? Just that you cast.
So once it just cares at the beginning of my end step, create a token. Whenever I cast a non-creature spell, would that be considered a non-creature
No,
spell? Would that be
Fury's a
considered
creature.
Okay.
That's
So-
yeah.
Okay.
Fury
So
is a
yeah, that's what I was asking. Would that evoke cost be considered?
No. He's
No.
still a creature,
It would still be a
Considered
creature.
a cast effect, but it's a creature cast.
right? It is
Mm.
still a cast, but it is a creature, even though you're not paying its regular mana cost. It's just an alternate casting cost.
Okay.
Kane Shaker talking about our conversation. But aren't they also just fine luxury cardboard rectangles? Well,
Yeah, they
coffee-
are.
Coffee is a luxury, and people take it for granted. And that's the same with magic.
We are not a magic historian.
Well, he's not the only one who's called it that, though. He's the one who said it a lot, but he's not the only one
Yeah.
who said it, you know.
Yeah. I
'Cause-
know.
But like, yeah, but they are a luxury. Like one time I was watching a video about a guy talking about magic, vintage MTG or something like that, and it's talking about like there are things that are luxuries in our life that we take for granted, like coffee. Coffee is a luxury. You do not need it to. You don't need it to live.
Oh, I strongly disagree with that statement.
But you don't need it to live. It's not going to bring you the nutrients like regular food does. It's not part of your necessity to survive.
Right.
But like we've gotten so accustomed to these things, like Tom and his joke there, like we take it for granted that we want it. Like my brain would flip if I didn't have coffee for a while, you know. Like if I stopped getting coffee, but at the same time, like if my doctor told me no more coffee, I'd probably have to stop drinking coffee, you know, because it's not needed to live. It's a luxury. Like there's just a lot of things a luxury. Like our junk food's a luxury, candy's a luxury. We just don't think about it as luxury because we see it all the time. With magic, we like magic's a luxury. Like a lot of people think, and I have to say this in a sensitive way. A lot of people think magic should be for everybody, which I think magic should be available for everybody, but it's still a luxury. If you can't afford it, you know, talk to your group. Maybe there's ways you can get into it, but it is still just a luxury.
Correct. I agree with you on that.
You know, like, and look, like when I sold my cube to put money down on this house and get this and use some of it to get my fancy setup. It was a luxury thing I sold, so it sold for a luxury price.
Right.
And now the game is just a game, but the objects of the game can be worth money. You know, and that's how it works. That's what makes it collectible.
You know, let me ask you a question, though, Tort.
What's up?
You sold part of your collection, right?
Yep.
So I think we've all been to that point where we had to sell at some point.
Right.
I think to me also, I've actually had fun trying to get cards back. You know what I'm trying to say? Like,
Yeah.
you know,
Like-
like if
I'm not going to try to get my cards back for my cube, but
right,
I am definitely not done buying Magic product in the future.
right.
I do intend to buy more Turtles product in the future if possible. Okay, Chicken's like, well, you just wanted to top my story. Yes, I didn't top your story. Trust me, the amount of money I got was little. It helped out, but it was little.
Mhm.
I'd not trade for a car.
I mean, yeah, I'm always thinking about Magic just being game pieces. Never really something to really invest in. I mean, yes, it does feel good when you get a high dollar card. Don't get me wrong, the feeling is good. It's great,
Right.
but it's still just a game piece.
Game Chicken says, I got a car with my Magic cards, but you got a house. I helped get a house. I wanted to be one of those people who helped with the down payment. But well, like I don't think Rayman's gonna just do this, but some people look at a card shop and they're like, well, they can make money off this. This is something I want to do. And they go off and they try it themselves. They want to make money. And then some people are like, well, if you can make money, maybe I can do it. So I'll start selling on eBay or TCG Player. And they start looking in business.
Right.
What makes Magic illustrious to people's eyes is that it's lucrative. And it can be right. You know, and that's what people are hoping for. And but like not everything that's lucrative has to be a high dollar card, because like when it comes to reselling and selling online, you got to go through the battle of getting all the stuff that won't sell very easy, and you have to get the stuff that does sell easy. You know,
I think people misunderstand a lot about making money with Magic.
right?
To make money with Magic in, like, let's say the last 5 years, so let's say 2020 through or 2020 through 2026, last 6 years, you have to have been playing in like the 90s, because those are the cards that are really valuable. Now, sure, you could make a few $100s, maybe even a few $1,000s,
Right.
if you were playing, if you had a giant collection that you've accumulated in, let's say, the early 2000s.
Right.
But there's no cards that came out after the year 2000 that are worth anything close to what, say, a Gaia's Cradle's worth.
Right.
And that's not even super early Magic, right?
Yep.
That's Urza Saga.
Right.
So,
and reserve list alone, right? Because reserve list helps a certain way, but doesn't help on everything. But like,
also, not every card on the reserve list is valuable. There's multiple cards in the reserve list right now. They're less than $1.
There are tons of cards on the reserve list less than $1. Yep. I can legitimately pull up the reserve list on my computer right now and look at it. But like there's a certain cards that they're just not going to reprint at all, right? And some of those cards are cards that are crap, right? Cards that they won't reprint will probably go up in value to like $1 or $2, just because, not because they're good, but just because it's not worth reprinting. But like,
you want to know what cards aren't crap? Every card I've seen so far that Tom's putting in his deck. You know how I know that? Because I recognize the artwork. I'm like, oh, I know what that card does. I know what that card does.
He's just flexing that demonic tutor and that dark ritual.
This old white border dark Richie.
It's like that one. It's like that one time we were talking about the Krang I wanted and the foil version I'd like to get, and he's like, "Oh, you mean like this one?" Just flex.
Oh, stop it!
He's like, "This one you talking about?" He's like, fooling it and making sure it's glimmering.
Glimmering.
Teasing me. It's like, what a flex. Hey, checkers, there's 100 of poop cards on the reserve list. That's very true. But yeah, it's just honestly, there's like, even in today's world of cards coming out, like today, like we're getting these universes beyond cards, and not all the Universes Beyond cards are worth money just because they're Universe Beyond.
No.
Well,
Matter
but
of fact,
one
most
thing
of them aren't worth money.
right, the one set that's worth money that we've talked about, it's worth money because it's not opened all the way, was Spider-Man. Like some of the cards in there are worth more money because there's not a lot of it being opened.
Right.
But if you're watching this and you want to buy some cards worth money and you want to help lower the price of cards, buy Spider-Man. Good cards in that set, just not a lot of it being opened.
Right.
You know.
And since we are getting Spider-Man on Arena now, I kind of want to go get a box of Spider-Man.
Hey, if that's what
There's
drives
cool
you.
cards in there, man. I love Mr. Negative. That card is so much fun.
Mr.
I
Negative.
very much enjoy Mr. Negative. I think it's a really
Yeah.
fun. You can do some really funky stuff with that card.
Yeah, you can.
Look, like some of the freaking commons in Spider-Man set were good for decks I have. Like I just needed one of the cards I needed from the set was just a stupid green-white creature that was a 1/1 that entered the battlefield and drew a card. That's all I needed. It's not amazing. It's like a 10-cent card, if anything. But Spider-Man gave it to me. You know?
So Spider-Man, he gave you the card.
Mm-hmm. He did. He swung by my house and said, "Hey, all the way from New York, here's this card." But yeah. But look at me wearing Spider-Man today.
Your friendly neighborhood Spider-Man. Spider-Man.
Those were the sweet vocals of hillbilly singing for your listening pleasure. For those wearing headsets, I feel sorry for you. But yeah, Spider-Man was a great set for cards. You know, the only downside to it was not great for draft. Even with the pick 2 thing, a lot of people complained about it. But interesting news about Star Trek is apparently Star Trek is not going to be a small set.
No, it's good. I mean, there's going to be Commander deck, so it's going to be a full size big set.
That's what I heard. It's not going to be one of these small sets. It's going to be a pretty big set. I mean, it's going to be like 300 cards.
Yeah, none of the small sets get Commander decks.
Right.
Nope.
Raymond, you're being asked if you run drafts at your shop.
Occasionally, but it's not something that people like to do. And when we do run drafts, it's an unset. We've run 2 Infinity drafts in the last year, and we're about to do another one. Because that's what people like to draft. They don't. No. We did pre-release, but not a draft. Draft is just not the kind of thing that our community is into. It seems.
Right. Well, Spider-Man was. I just realized a cat's been on my shelf. Spider-Man, you can look at the set and realize it's not an amazing draft. It has a lot of mechanics and not a lot of stuff to support them.
Yep.
I mean, when you make a set that cares about modified creatures and don't have ways to modify your creatures very well, that's a bad set.
Yep. But one thing I'm hoping that comes out of this next set drop is that Spider-Man actually gets some support from it.
Well, we're getting cards that care about villains and stuff, which was stuff's kind of set up in like the actual villain creature type, which was set up in Spider-Man. The new Doctor Doom really cares about the Commander one, at least cares about discarding stuff, which goes really well with Mayhem, which was in Spider-Man. So I think they are, like, just from what we've seen.
If Doctor Doom cares about discarding stuff, wouldn't it be good with Norman Osborn?
Yes, he connives. Yeah.
Yep.
And they're both Grixis.
Kane Checker says his play group is wondering how it may draft to see if we want to draft it.
Spider-Man's not fun drafting.
Well, Hillbilly's biased, by the way. He doesn't like drafting at all. I got to throw that out there because you openly said I don't like drafting.
Well, that's true, but from other people, from what I've heard, Spider-Man's not a good set to draft.
Well, like I said, you can look at the set. Like there are draftable decks in the set, but like I said, they care about modified. They have things that care about modified creatures in the set, but they don't give you a lot of enchantments, counters, or equipment to modify creatures. There's some, but not enough.
Here's why I personally don't like draft. If everybody is just showing up blind and drafting, I think draft can be fun.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. But if you go to like an event, like an actual big event, and it's a draft, there is so much stuff that you can learn about individual sets and how to draft them. You know, you can memorize seed orders and all kinds of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
It's really complicated, and uber deity bless the people who can do it. I have less interest in sitting down and learning how booster packs are seeded for a draft than I am individually pulling hairs off my scalp.
Right.
So I just like, if that's your thing, that's awesome. But that's a lot of effort to go into for a format that literally in 2 months is going to be different. And then all that information that I had is literally useless. It's wasted. I don't have the time, the interest, or the brain space to dedicate myself to a format that heavily to be good at it.
Right. I mean, I love drafting. It's one of my favorite formats to play. But it is like with Cube, well, people who love Cube the most are people who love not knowing the format very well. It's like people who know the formats are there to pub stomp, which is what you want to do anyways, in a game of drafts because you want to win for the prizes. But there's just too much information out there to make it fun, like you said. Kane Checker says I haven't seen any vids of it drafted. That's because most people who did draft it, like Luis Scott Vargas, had to do Omen Pass. And so you won't find a lot of videos of Spider-Man being drafted, but more of the Omen Pass were drafted. And people were having issues with Omen Pass drafting. Like, it's this card. I don't remember what it's called in the Spider-Man set, but it's this card. I like this card. Yeah. That's why this whole Marvel change thing that we were talking about, which you missed, about Marvel and Spider-Man coming to Arena is going to be helpful because people are going to be like, hey, I get to draft Arena. I get to draft Spider-Man. I get to draft Marvel.
Right.
Marvel. And I get to draft all this stuff. I get to play these cards. And finally, we won't have to hear Hillbilly complain about how it's unfair that the real cards are being printed, but he's getting stuck with Omen Pass. That's a blessing. This guy.
Yeah, true. And not what but the thing about Omen Paths and Spider-Man, Omen Paths cards are the same as Spider-Man, but it does get confusing on if you're looking for a certain Spider-Man card on Arena and you cannot find it because it's Omen Paths instead of Spider-Man.
Well, now they won't have to do that. Then now they won't have to be like, here's Spider-Man card, here's now the Omen Path version. They won't which is nice. You don't have to do that.
And for early access, and I do that early access for Wizards all the time. And when they dropped the way they did the Omen Pass is they dropped they spoiled all the Spider-Man cards as usual. Then in one day they dropped all of the Omen Pass.
Right.
In one day. And then you're scrambling around trying to figure out, all right, here's the Omen Pass card. What is it in Spider-Man?
Right. And
thankfully the set was really small, so like it couldn't have been that hard to go and find them because it was only 180 cards.
Look, I know people who just didn't bother. Like there are a few people like, oh, it's his card. It's Omen. Like they didn't say, oh, this is Omen Pass version. They're like, Here's this card in Omen Path, or like here's this card in the set. We like this card, we're gonna play it.
Yeah.
Some people
But
didn't bother. They just treat it like a regular set on Arena.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, you can treat it as a regular set, but if you're trying to compare it to a paper card and see
Right.
what it is in the paper card, you have to do you have to study the card and then try to figure out what it is in the paper.
Right.
That's what my issue was about it. But now you don't have to do it.
And another problem that bringing Spider-Man and Marvel to Arena is going to solve is advertising. How
Yeah.
people can finally have the thumbnails that they want. You
Yep.
know, they can have the thumbnails, they can have the cards, they can do everything they want. You know,
Right.
which would be good for sales, hopefully. Well, I don't know if Spider-Man will be saved, but Marvel will be. Excuse me, the superhero set will be better for it. K Checker says my play group usually drafts new sets just to introduce newer cards to players, which is a fun idea.
Mm-hmm.
K Checker, just build a Spider-Man cube. You'll love it.
Yep.
That's right, dog. Uh-huh. Back me up.
I don't know what the heck he's barking at.
I don't know. Some pacifier.
Probably.
Anyways, my friends, it is time I gotta get off of here and do normal life stuff. So, if anybody wants to say anything, say it now. Let people know that you exist. Everybody's quiet.
Watch the morning show, even if I'm not there. Watch it.
Yeah, I'll be there.
All right, but I want to thank you guys for hanging out. Everybody who stopped on by, like the Balt, we're still streaming on his Twitch. The Balt, Lone Wolf, thank you for being on. Tom, thank you for hanging out with us. Yeah, Rayman Hillbilly, thank you for being here. Cane Shaker and everybody who stopped by and wasn't trying to troll us, thank you. Yeah, look, this Hillbilly's face. Tomorrow we are planning on going live at 11 a.m. Central Standard Time for the morning coffee. That's where you can find us all. Yeah.
Yep.
And well, Tom will probably be at work.
You might see me. I might have a morning tomorrow. So
Nice.
we'll see.
But with that, I want to thank everybody for just chilling out with us on this random live, letting me get back into the thing. Everybody, have a wonderful evening.
Tort,
What's up?
before you cut out, I just wanted to tell you that I'm so glad to have you back, Hillbilly, everybody, Ray. I didn't realize how much that I was on your guys' shows and stuff like that and playing Commander with you guys. And that now that we haven't done it for like 2 weeks, it's been like, oh my God, I miss my boys. So it's good to have you guys back.
Yeah, we're glad to be back, and we love your support. Love you being here. Yeah. So everybody, with that all said, remember you are loved. Someone's thinking about you. If you can, say and or do something positive for someone else today, because you might be the change or motivation they need to continue going. But let's get out of here.
Start the morning with coffee in your cup. Time to hang out with friends and chat it up. Bring a smile and good luck. Hit that like button and let's chat it up. Good times start with us, you and me. Good morning.